Hey guys, Dan here with this week's Masked Singer Guesses. We had a 2-hour edition this week, and I guess now that Lego Masters is over, we're going to get the second hour of Masked Singer every single week. It's a show called After the Mask. It's like an interview show, basically because networks are scrambling to find material here during the quarantine. So I'm not going to really talk about that, and I didn't even really watch it for more than a few minutes. I'm not into the whole, like, talk about the show afterward type shows, but we have 4 singers on the show this week. We have the frog, the kitty, the rhino, and the banana, and before we get too far into it, I will just say that I called this person that gets unmasked from the very start. Week 1 of this person performing, I was like, this is who I think it is, and I've never wavered from that, so I was very proud of myself tonight on that one. First up was the Frog versus the Kitty. Frog sang Fireball by Pitbull, and they did the thing they did on the last episode with the other 4 singers. They did like an airport security bag check, and so we got to x-ray their bag, quote unquote, and see what was in it. So clues from the Frog's bag included sneakers, there was an ice cube tray in there, a flag of Japan. So the panel guessed Cat Williams, Alfonso Ribeiro, O'Shea Jackson Jr., who is Ice Cube's son. Kind of makes sense there. But here's another one. Since week 1, I've been saying this is Bow Wow, Bow Wow, Bow Wow, Bow Wow. Nobody on the panel any week that he's performed has even suggested that maybe it's Bow Wow. But I was already like 100% on this. But, you know, the sneakers have to do with Like Mike, the famous movie he did. Ice Cube Trey, he did a movie with Ice Cube called Lottery Ticket years ago. And then for the flag of Japan, this is maybe a stretch, maybe there's some other thing I'm not thinking of, but he was nominated for an MTV Video Music Award in Japan for one of their international award shows. And ironically, it was for a song that he did with Omarion, which Robin has been saying Omarion for weeks on The Frog. So, but I'm sticking with Bow Wow, certainly for that. Okay, so the kitty was up next. She sang True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. In her bag was like a little dragon, a Pope hat, and not really much else in detail. The tag on it said, "If found, call me, be a hero." I'm not exactly sure what that meant, but the panel guests included Vanessa Hudgens, Emma Roberts, Kate Bosworth, which makes sense because she was in the Superman movies and stuff. But this one I've been a little bit all over the map with. The first few weeks I was thinking it was Sarah Hyland, and then I sort of glommed onto the idea that it was Christina Ricci. But I've been on Jackie Ivanko for the last few times this kitty has appeared, and that's really thanks to you guys in the comments. I would not have thought of that on my own, but everything has really lined up for her. I don't know much about the dragon, but the Pope hat, she sang for the Pope right here in Pennsylvania about 5 years ago, so that lines up with Jackie Ivanko, so I think it was her, or it is her, and she was in the bottom 2 this week, so she had to sing again, so we'll get to that. So next was the banana. Knockin' on Heaven's Door was the song from Bob Dylan. The clues from the Bananas bag included bug spray, a Nashville sheriff's badge, a backstage crew tag, and Sharon Osbourne, by the way, was the guest judge this week, or guest panelist, and she right away thought it was Bret Michaels. She was like, I know this guy's voice. I've known Bret Michaels forever. He's been to Ozfest. He's performed at Ozfest. This is Bret Michaels. Some of the other people on the panel thought it was maybe Keith Urban, Kid Rock, Brad Paisley has been bandied about. And then up next, I've been saying, by the way, Bret Michaels for a long time on that. The Rhino, his song was 10,000 Hours by Dan and Shay, which I don't really know, but the clues from his bag included a lump of coal in a Christmas stocking, a Tennessee flag, a seal with a bow tie on it, and the panel was all over the map on this one as they happened. Sam Hunt was one of the guests. Gary Busey, which I think we would be able to tell. I don't think Gary Busey sings that well. David Hasselhoff, Jonathan Scott, who is one of the Property Brothers. I mean, listen, that guess is almost as good as any. The Rhino, I was really hoping got voted off this week because it's the only one left that I don't think I really know. Everybody else that's still on from the show last time, I think I have down pretty well. And then this week, now that I'm on board with Kitty being Jackie Ivanko, I have these guys down too, except for the Rhino. I can't pin him down. I guess I'm going to keep going with Barry Zito. I don't really know what any of this has to do with him, but I also don't know what it has to do with anybody else that's been bandied about. The one clue from the other week I can't put my finger on is when he said to the panel that he thinks that most of them, or most of the whole audience maybe, has one of his albums in their home. And I can't, other than the 1,000-word soundtrack from Eddie Murphy, which, by the way, I have, I don't know, over 10,000 CDs probably, and I don't have the 1,000-word soundtrack. So, if it's something that's in most people's homes, I imagine I probably have it on CD. So, I don't know what to make of the Rhino. I really hoped he was voted off this week, but no, it was the Kitty versus the Banana in the end. Kitty did Unstoppable by Sia, and the Banana did Brick House by the Commodores, and the Banana is the one who had to take it off going home. Jenny was the first person, and she said this on the last time the Banana appeared. She was the first person on the panel to actually think it might be Bret Michaels. Ken held fast and strong with his Brad Paisley guess. Nicole was thinking Brad Paisley as well, but went over to the Bret side of things, which Robin did as well. Once Sharon Osbourne said, "Look, this is for sure Bret Michaels. I've known him for 35 years. He's played Ozfest. He did this kind of like hip move with his hand on his hip that she says she's seen him do, a million times. It's like one of his moves. She's like, this is absolutely 100% Bret Michaels." So I'm curious to see if the guest was somebody else, like if, Yvette Nicole Brown was back or something, or Joel McHale, any of the Community people, I guess, or, any of the people, Jamie Foxx, if they would have known with such conviction it was Bret Michaels. Because I think if Sharon wasn't the panelist, I think Nicole and Robin probably would have said something different. Nicole, I think, would have stuck with Brad Paisley. I don't know what Robin would have thought. Jenny was on Bret Michaels last time, so I'll give her that. But it was indeed Bret Michaels. This and Bow Wow were the two that right from the first week I was like, I think this is who this is. And I'm not usually that right on it. So when I am, I like to have conviction with it. And I have never wavered from Bret Michaels. I thought right from the start, because they were doing all this blue collar, like, party vibe kind of thing, and everybody on the panel was like, "Oh, blue collar comedian, it's Bill Engvall, or it's Jeff Foxworthy or something." But I was just like, that's too on the nose for this show. They don't, especially the first week, they don't usually go that much on the nose. But I was trying to think, the whole party bus thing was like, well, Bret Michaels was a big rock star with a big party tour bus. They did the Rock of Love show on a bus. So that made sense to me. And then the blue collar thing to me just meant, he's a working class dude. A lot of the people in the Poison videos are like just working class people. So that made sense to me from that angle as well. Apparently it meant something different. Apparently he's got a line of pet supplies and pet collars or something, which they revealed tonight. I think my blue collar determination is a little bit makes more sense than that, but okay. But the bug spray on the X-ray machine tonight had to do with the band Poison, bug spray. What else was a clue? Yeah, I mean the 90s rock bracelet that he gave out a few weeks ago to Jenny, Rock of Love, Poison was big in the early 90s. Yeah, I mean, it just, the whole time I was like, Bret Michaels, Bret Michaels, Bret Michaels. And then when he talked about his dad recently passing away, and I've said this on my guest show before, but, I'm from Harrisburg, I live in Harrisburg anyway, a couple towns over from where Bret Michaels is from. When his dad died, it made the news. Local rocker Bret Michaels' dad passes away. So that bolstered my opinion even more. And then when he said he almost died like 10 years ago, that spoke to me as well. I was like, well, yep, he had that like brain aneurysm, which, by the way, and I guess he revealed this on the After the Mask show. I didn't see it, but I saw it online. I just wanted to look up what this After the Mask thing even was. But it was 10 years ago, to the day, April 22nd, 10 years ago, that he was in the hospital with that brain aneurysm. So that almost killed him. So it was cool that kind of came full circle. And they talked about an autobiography he has coming out soon, which might be interesting. I mean, the guy has been through a lot and really did kind of do the American dream. I mean, he started from nothing and made his way to sell tens of millions of records worldwide, had a bunch of top 10 hits, and toured all over the world. So it's kind of cool. I think I will probably read that book when it comes out. So Bret Michaels was the banana, so that's one more down. The Rhino is still the only one I can't put my finger on. Everybody else I think I've got down. So we'll see. Next week, I'm guessing it'll be the 6 performing again. There's only 6 left, so I assume it's going to be everybody's performing every week from here on out. So we will see what goes on next week. That is the Masked Singer guest video for this week. Please stay safe. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on everything. I know some of you were with me for a while on the Bret Michaels thing, so I appreciate the support on that. That's one I just knew from the start. That and Bow Wow, I was like, absolutely, these are the people. So thank you for your support on that. Comment below. Subscribe if you haven't. And that's it. We'll see you next time. Stay safe. Bye.